Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here for some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 20, also known as Future Saga Chapter 3 content. We have a gameplay of Dragon Ball Super Broly. We're going to go ahead and break everything down. This is only going to be like a 20-second teaser trailer. Doesn't necessarily show everything in his arsenal, but we do witness his Wrathful and Super Saiyan forms using, I believe, one skill attack. It's strange because last month we got the V-Jump scan of Broly confirming the character and unveiling his 3 attacks. And then yesterday, for this month's V-Jump scan, we got another DBS Broly confirming his transformation. And now we have this gameplay trailer. Is he going to be the only character for DLC 20? I know that's not the case. More of a rhetorical question. You know what I mean? Because this is the only character that they're promoting. I feel like they're saving Ultra, Super Villainous Frieza, whichever form, Golden, 4th form, most likely going to be Golden USV. They're like hiding him, man. They're not telling us anything about that character. The closer we get to the official release date, which is October 30th, the more I feel like we're just going to be getting 2 characters within this pack, Broly and that USV Frieza, which does make sense because the range of characters for each DLC is usually between 2 and 4. You know what I mean? I think some DLCs, one in particular, the one with Android 18, DBS Super Videl, that one had 5 characters, if I recall correctly, but majority of the time it's like 2 through 4. It ranges between those numbers, right? So if we get just Broly and USV Frieza for this upcoming DLC 20, then it is what it is. I know a lot of us would like to get more characters, like at least 3, but this is something that they have been doing in the past, is what I'm trying to say. So, official Dragon Ball Games Twitter page tweeted out, Broly DB Super is coming to the Future Saga Chapter 3 DLC, dropping October 30th. 9 more days, boys. 9 more days until we get to witness peak. I'm looking forward to the actual Future Saga storyline with, you know, destroyed Kantan City. It's been confirmed Chilai and base DBS Broly, they're going to be computers like around Kantan City. They're not necessarily going to be playable characters, at least I don't think. Nothing is confirmed about that at the time of recording this video. The only confirmed character so far is Wrathful transforming into Super Saiyan Broly, correct? And again, that USV Frieza, who's been teased. We haven't seen anything about that character. No model, no nothing, no images. With top tier stats. Yo, these guys are taking the words right out of my mouth. Top tier? With top tier stats and versatile skills, he's built to dominate any battle. Close range, long range, doesn't matter. If your opponent is very timid, Broly will overpower all of that and outcome the results. You know what I mean? He is him. He's that warrior. Get ready to unleash his ultimate power. More details coming soon. Ooh, I told y'all we were going to be getting that DBS Broly trailer. Wasn't necessarily sure if it was going to be implemented within the launch trailer, because that usually drops a day or 2 before the actual release. But yeah, they just decided to give us this sneak peek. Again, it's only going to be around 20 seconds. It's not, you know, like a full-on trailer that shows us the different content. It's just a short gameplay glimpse of Broly himself, right? So full volume. Go ahead and start this from the beginning. I'll just let this play out first and then we'll break it down. Combo strings seem pretty dang fun. The model itself, also great. Super Saiyan. His combos enhanced tenfold. Ooh, I'm glad we finally have Super Saiyan Broly. Oh, something I just noticed. His pupils, they're not there for the Super Saiyan state. And of course we have him here for his Wrathful. So again, that render, glorious stuff, if you ask me. I do have to say, more of the other DLC characters like Orange Piccolo, Beast Gohan, and even DBZ Restrained Broly, I do like their character models more, but, you know, this is just a render shot. We can't necessarily see him completely in-game, but I feel like those characters are a bit more detailed, that have, like, more of the shadow over the actual models itself. You can see a little bit of that here, like over his torso piece. Still a cool looking model, don't get me wrong. So, fighting over here on the sky map, going against Time Patrol Super Saiyan Trunks. Hold on now. Hold on. this has to be a tease for the actual story mission. Or am I just looking too much into this? Because obviously Content City gets destroyed. Supreme Craft Time, Time Patrol Trunks, they're like the main two, you know, protagonists of Content City. They're like the overseers, I guess you could say. But now we have BROLY going up against Trunks over here. They know what they're doing, man. They definitely know what they're doing. What does this mean? What does this mean? BROLY, you guys know how they confirmed that game mode with Cheelai and BROLY, how we have to go on different parallel quests with them. I feel like BROLY, he's going to lose control, whether it's by the few crystal, you know, ultra super villainous power, whether it's by that or whether it's just him losing his mind, like, you know, usual. You know, in the DBS BROLY movie, he goes wrathful, just loses his mind. That could be the case here, and then maybe he like turns against the good warriors, Cheelai and Trunks. That's just me reading too much into this. Probably has nothing to do with the story mode. Anyway. His first combo, pretty dang lengthy if you ask me. Now, I am seeing some similarities in terms of the strings, comparing him to other characters. Of course, he's going to be somewhat similar to Full Power Super Saiyan BROLY, but you can already tell they're like different strings at the same time. But this one right here, doesn't God of Destruction Topo have like a technique where he hits the opponent with both of his arms with the same exact animation, or am I remembering incorrectly? I just remember seeing this in the game somewhere, and I think it's from God of Destruction Topo. Anyway, so he does that. He does the one-handed back hit, which I'm sure for Full Power Super Saiyan BROLY has. And then the knockaway. He does the chase down. Full Power Super Saiyan, he does this, but he does the chase down with the chest ki blast. You know how he goes in front of you and hits you with the ki blast out of his chest? He does more of like that one-handed Rasengan, boom, and ooh, so he hits him once with it, kinds of stuns him, and then he does it again, but with the explosion, and then that applies the knockaway, and then the simple snap vanish into the sledgehammer technique right there. So it's been confirmed via the V-Jump scan that after you awaken into Super Saiyan Rage, or just Super Saiyan, that's probably the title of this awoken skill, the combo strings will slightly change. Something similar to DBZ Restrained BROLY. I don't think it was his combo strings. It was more of his super attacks that changed a little bit. Enhanced in power. Yeah, same concept here, but for DBS BROLY's combo strings. Now, to be fair, this could be a completely separate string from what he did here under base form. But real quick, let's witness this. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm assuming, yeah, with the energy blast, I'm assuming it's the same string, but again, just enhanced, because that's one of the abilities we'll get after we awaken. So you can see how he starts off with the same, you know, dual fist attack right there. And then the stomp directly from Full Power Super Saiyan BROLY. And then the knockaway, slightly different. He kicks him instead of punching him, like what he did right there. Let's watch this again. Okay, so he does a dash, energy blast, hits him 2 times, and then snap vanish. Okay. So the 3 hits, that's similar. 3 hits into the knockaway. The dash, Rasengan, hits him once. Does it again with the explosion. Similar. And then this is where it's also different, where he follows up with the consecutive energy blasts. And again with the green energy ball. I like that one. I like that one right there. And then, oh, he follows him once again. Dude, he's chasing you down. He's relentless, persistent out here. He ain't giving up. Stop running away. Stand your ground and fight back, because you already know he's going to be up close and personal. Jesus. Oh. I said his wrathful form was lengthy combo string, but no, this is like double the length. Very time consuming, man. Now, I'm not sure if he's like pressing other inputs like square to triangle, or if this is the triangle combo string, but I'm assuming this is going to be his light combo string, also known as the square input if you play on PlayStation. What I'm witnessing right now, I don't mind this character. I think he's going to be a great addition to the roster. You know, other people might say he's just a reskin, which to each their own. I don't think he's a reskin. I mean, he can transform. We can see his combo strings right here. Very different. Good stuff. I think I'm going to be happy with this character. I'm just looking forward to the second character, man. Frieza, get announced already. Bro is hiding. Bro is training. He's trying to unlock his Ultra form from the Dragon Ball Super manga, apparently. Show yourself, coward! He's still trying to hide. Nah, I ain't having it. Okay, so here, the third scene of this teaser trailer. We see his evasive attack because, again, yesterday they confirmed, well, the 3 attacks were already confirmed, but one of them is actually going to be a super attack, the other is going to be an evasive, and the third is going to be his ultimate. So, one brand new skill for each category. I think that's kind of nice, right? And this is going to be his evasive move. Check that out. He just charges a gigantic burst of energy. Now, it's obviously been confirmed via the V-Jump scan, and we see it right here in this trailer. After you transform, it alters his strings, right? But I really want to know if that same ability will apply to his super evasive and ultimate attack. You know what I mean? I kind of want that to be the case just because it's so cool for DBZ Restrained Broly. If he can get both treatments, then that would be top tier for sure. Because we haven't seen Wrathful Broly use this evasive move just yet, so we don't know if it's going to be the same or not. You know what I mean? But play this out in all its glory. Yeah. Yeah. Just a burst of energy, completely obliterating the opponent. Something I said in the last video. Now that we have actual footage of it, it doesn't necessarily seem like Meteor Explosion, but based off that one image, that one frame from the V-Jump scan, I was like, dude, this is just a green Meteor Explosion. Because of how Broly, you know, how he's doing that, and then the character's right there. It's kind of like the same angle of Meteor Explosion, you know what I mean? But yeah, completely different, more like an explosive wave. But the aura itself, the explosion, is vertical, going up and down, not necessarily like a sphere. So that's cool there. Oh, wait, I just realized. So according to the movie, this is, I'm assuming, supposed to represent his very first time transforming into Super Saiyan. You know, when Frieza killed Paragus, and then Broly started to rage, he transformed, and then he came up from the crater with that gigantic green lights, that explosive energy. It kind of looks like this, right? Except he's not ascending from the ground. It's just like the explosive or evasive recreation of that scene. I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together. Of course, the material, the contents of this character is going to be from the movie. So I think this is supposed to be that scene. Now, we'll probably still get that scene for the Awoken transformation, the animation. We saw that in the V-Jump scan. But yeah, very nice evasive move over here. It does a lot of continuous damage towards the opponents, and the knockback. You can tell that this is 100% going to consume 3 stamina bars. Easy. Now, it is being prolonged here. You can see how, yeah, it just goes on for a decent amount of time. Not sure if that's going to be the basic style of the evasive move, or, you know, you consume the 3 stamina bars and then you can press and hold on to it to have it drain or consume the key bar. Right? You know what I mean? More key you have, the more longer the attack will last. We don't have like details like that, but it kind of seems like it, but at the same time, not really, because I feel like if you can press and hold on to it, it will last a lot longer. It just depends on how many bars of key Wrathful Broly over here has. Yeah, comment down below what you guys think of this character. Wrathful form, I'm glad that when he transforms, he'll slightly change a little bit. I'm glad that they're starting to do that with their DOC characters, because obviously the older transformed characters, like from the vanilla game, Goku, you know, the Super Saiyan Warriors, they don't necessarily change much. They just get the power boost. Cool stuff, if you ask me. Now, they did say more details coming soon. Not sure if that's going to be the actual launch trailer itself, or if we're going to be getting additional details before that. And then, on top of the additional details, the launch trailer. But I don't think so, because it's literally dropping next week, right? So I'm sure we all can wait for that trailer itself. Stay tuned to the channel, because y'all already know we're going to be posting everything frame 1, day 1. Now, real quick, this is the VJump scan that we broke down yesterday. And if you haven't seen it, here we have the images of the Awoken. Now, it's funny. It has something that I forgot to bring up. But we don't see him transform over here. It's just quickly Wrathful into the next frame, Super Saiyan. So they're saving that animation because they know it's going to be absolutely crazy for something larger, like maybe that launch trailer, right? They're going to be revealing it then. Woo! It's going to be cool. What else are we missing? We have gameplay of a few of his strings and the evasive move. So we're missing the transformation. We're missing the 2 other supers. Yeah, Gigantic Cross. Here are the names via bootleg translations via Google. So Gigantic Cross, haven't seen that. Gigantic Nova, haven't seen that. But they are providing a ton of images here. So we do have an idea of it. It seems very animated, cinematic, you know, with the camera angles. Look at that. We have the close-ups, the far back camera angles capturing Broly and the energy sphere, and then another zoom up where he throws it out. Look how much electricity there is. Oh, wait. So this is going to be the original Glacier map. Okay, now that I'm taking a look at this again, I'm pretty sure this is the original Glacier map. Because if you guys watched yesterday's video over here, I was like, wait, is this a new stage? But no, it's not. I don't know why I didn't see this last video. But yeah, it's just the original Glacier. That it is what it is. And then we have Broly himself over here. And so as soon as we see this in its entirety, gameplay-wise, y'all already know this is probably going to be like one of the coolest ultimates in the game. So Saiyan Blaster, that's the name of the evasive. Saiyan Blaster. This is what we just witnessed within that teaser. And going back over here to the description, after awakening, the ability values are strengthened and the performances of normal attacks change. You will also be able to use special combos. So that's what we saw within the teaser as well. Now, something interesting in regards to the evasive move. So we do see him use it undergoing Super Saiyan. So he's already transformed, correct? But going back over here to the Saiyan Blaster description, you can see him, he's using it Wrathful state. And it looks about the same. So I don't think the Super Saiyan Awoken skill is going to alter the Supers, Evasive, or Ultimates, which is a shame. It's just going to be altering the combos, which that's a plus there. But going to the description, an evasive technique that releases an aura and blows away surrounding enemies. Awakening techniques can also be activated while the aura is being released. So that's something that we haven't seen just yet. Going back over here, we can't necessarily see that because obviously he's already transformed, but just know that if you use this evasive during your base form or Wrathful state, then you have the option to transform. Dude, I just put 2 and 2 together. Oh my gosh. So one, that's a cool feature, right? You do this during Wrathful, you can transform. And 2, y'all remember how I was trying to break this down like 5 minutes ago, saying that this is most likely the scene from the movie when he first transforms? I just realized that. Because it looks like it, right? With the energy explosive wave going upward. It doesn't necessarily look like a generic energy sphere. So yeah, this is literally that transformation animation, but as an evasive, because you can transform into Super Saiyan if you're in your Wrathful state during this evasive right here. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Okay. I just realized that. Funny stuff. So now let's just take a look at the community's reaction. Let's see if everyone's happy with this. Again, my opinion, I think he is going to be a cool character added to the roster. He's a plus in my book, so let's just see what everybody has to say. Legitimate question, why are you calling this Wrathful form of Broly regular Broly DBS? In every game he appears in, that's like calling Goku with Kaioken just regular Kaioken. I know what he's saying, because this is technically Wrathful Broly, Ikari, Rage Broly. This one right here, right? And if the actual base Broly were to be in the game, he should take the title Broly Dragon Ball Super, right? But for some reason, the Dragon Ball games, they don't include base Broly. It's just usually Wrathful Broly. That's the one you start off with. And he has the name Broly DB Super. So I do understand what he's saying because this is the transformation. But in my personal opinion, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just the title of the name. Here we have Odin. Cool name. Did they change how we can string combos in this game, or his combos just look that damn good? Yeah, technically both. His combos do look that good, and two, after you transform, his combos do alter slightly. It's so peak. It's so peak. Awoken skill for CACs? That's the big question. That's the big question everyone wants to know. We'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about that in a separate video, but technically, they haven't revealed any of the free update content stuff just yet. So there's still a chance for potential CAC Awoken. Let's do it, dude. This is why I kind of wanted that new Glacier map, just to recreate more of the epic / iconic battles. And obviously we're getting Planet Crusher, or according to the V-Jump, Gigantic Nova. Yeah, that's going to be a flawless ultimate move, and just going based off the movie, it should be top tier stuff. I mean, look at that, how it's like changing the environment. Not changing, well, it does change after he lands the energy blast into the volcanic one. This game refuses to die. Do a sequel already. The game... Hey man, I'm happy with more Xenoverse 2 content. I wouldn't say the community is necessarily divided. Well, it is slightly. You know, some people want Xenoverse 2 to end and we get the sequel, Xenoverse 3. Others don't necessarily mind the Xenoverse 2 contents. That's myself. I don't mind the DLC at all. They can keep going until GTA 7 releases and I'll be good with it. But at the same time, I do prefer a Xenoverse 3 as well. I would like to get a Xenoverse 3, you know? This is how I think about it. They're working on the Xenoverse 2 DLC, and in the background, they're working on Xenoverse 3 behind the scenes. I'm not sure if that's the case, but they know that Xenoverse 2 is a popular game, or the Xenoverse franchise rather. So they know that they have to make a Xenoverse 3 because that would just sell like crazy. They turned the giant shockwave he let out as he transformed into a move. Yeah, literally, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But you guys know I can't articulate my sentences over here. Why won't they let it die? Because Xenoverse 2 is a great game. Shows how out of loop I am. I could have sworn he was already in the game. He's referring to Full Power Super Saiyan. Give CACs customized options of a melee set, or give them the options of their mentor melee. Yeah, stuff like this. I'm assuming they're saving for Xenoverse 3. Peak! Enough said. I how the game treats Ikari Broly like base Broly. A lot of the games do that, but again, it would be cool to get his base form, but it's not like a big deal to me. Happy to see actual gameplay. About time, I agree. Is it illegal to base Broly on any Dragon Ball game? It feels like it. Gekishin Squadra. I want to see this in Kakarot. Oh, a DBS Broly Kakarot movie will be top tier. W. Frieza. They're referring to Ultra Supervillainous Frieza, right? Not literally his Ultra state from the DBS manga. That would be great, though. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Alright, just wanted to yap and talk a little bit about this character. I know it's only, what, a 21-second teaser of Broly, and what, this video is like 10 plus minutes long or something. Thank you guys for the immense support. Y'all already know we like to yap about Xenoverse 2 over here. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!